Hey guys, it's Jennifer Smith-Joshin from Smith Curriculum Consulting, and I just wanted to share a little bit today about how I set up a front matter in an interactive notebook. First of all, here you can see one of my interactive notebooks. You can see it is a 5-star spiral, heavy-duty plastic cover, really great for middle schoolers, especially since they're putting it in and out of their lockers and whatnot. It does not get torn up, and it's got this handy-dandy little pocket in the front. First thing always is to set up your cover sheet. And you want to make sure that it has the subject on it as well as the student's name, grade level, and possibly even your name as well, so that it can easily be returned to you. Can't tell you how many times I've had bus drivers turn them back in, parents bring them up to school, and the office needs to bring them to me and all that jazz. So it really does help in the long run. Next thing I have in the front matter is the interactive notebook grading rubric, and I'll link you to that below. This is a freebie in my store. I grade my students on their appearance and organization, their quality and completeness, extra credit possibility points, and then the total points earned. You can see there are 3 grading sections on this for the first 3 grading periods that we have in our first semester, and then we just put a second one on top of it for second semester. If you have more grading periods than that, or if you want to take more grades than that, you just add another one at the top and go from there. Next thing you can see is my table of contents. I've got a total of 4 pages of table of contents, and I break them down to where each unit is a different color. Do that personally for myself. Not necessarily something the kids have to do. It's just something I do for myself and helps me keep things on track. And I will tell you that I am even a little bit more OCD that unit is in that color. So you can see it's all clearly laid out here. I ended up not needing a 4th page for this notebook, but that's perfectly fine. I can use that additional area in the notebook for problem-based learning or other projects as well. Next thing that we do is the interactive notebook contract that clearly lays out the expectations in our classroom for their notebooks. The kids go through and initial each one of the things, and then they give a signature and date it, and then I, as a teacher, I will go through and sign it as well next to their signature. That way we're all on the same page when it comes to what is expected of their interactive notebook. This covers you so much. Can't tell you how many times I've referred back to it when kids aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing, and this helps because they're like, don't you remember on August 27th when you signed the interactive notebook contract? Yeah, let's pull that out. You said that you would make up your missed assignments promptly, and you haven't been doing that. So yeah, that's why you have zeros. The next thing that I put in there is our STAR math chart that all of the students in the state of Texas get to use on the STAR math test. There's one for each of the different grade levels. This is a free download on TEA's website, and I'll link that below as well. This is something that my kids get to use on their state tests, so I feel why not go ahead and give it to them in their interactive notebook and make that something they're seeing and using throughout the entire school year. This is something that I was taught before I even started teaching. It's, let your kids see it all throughout the school year. It will help that much more when it comes to testing day, and they're not just given this math reference sheet and they don't know what to do with it. The next thing is, this is normally our first lesson during the year. I want my students to understand the technical reading strategies that we use to solve problems. So I give them the chart. This is a little smaller model of the anchor chart. This is a free download on my freebie resource library that is on my blog, and I will link you to that below. All you have to do is sign up for the newsletter and you get access to the freebie resource library. And then I simply type up a problem, and we go through how to solve that problem based on the technical reading strategies. And you can see we go through that there. And then we talk about what do good problem solvers do. And then there's a reflection question that they, as a group, will get together and create an answer to write on a Post-it and add to a Post-it Prove It for the day. And if you need any more information on Post-it Prove It, I'll link you to a blog post that I've written about that. And then the last thing is math goals. I have my students write 2 to 3 goals for that school year. And all they have to do is say that in math this year, I hope to turn in my homework on time 90% of the time. Or in math this year, I hope to maintain a B average. In math this year, I hope to, and they just tell me what their goals are. Or I plan to do this, I plan to do this, I plan to do this. And I use this as a checking method that if we start having any issues throughout the school year, I can say, hey, Johnny, let's pull out your math goals. Let's see what your math goals were for this year and how we can get you back on track based on those goals. So I hope this helps you as you are going to be starting a new year here in a month or so, and are looking to set up your own interactive notebook. Thanks, guys.